Hello again, YouTubers. This is Gilmer, and this is War in the East, version 1.08.07. They still patched this game a little bit, so that's possibly not the latest patch, but I'm playing it through Steam, so it's the latest patch that Steam has. So if you have it on Steam, you're playing the same patch as me, unless you've disabled patches or something. But we are back, and I do not know why. I don't know. I don't understand why my. I wonder. Is it still recording? I sound a little bit like the. I forget his name, but he says, Is it still on all the time?" But anyway, I guess I'm just gonna play with this taskbar locked up in the up position. I don't know why it's in the up position, but it is in the up position, and I don't know how to get it off the up position, so I am going to leave it like that. When I last played the game yesterday, I was oh wait a minute, we still have a lot of units that can go. I did not realize that. My fellow fans, my fellow YouTubers, you do not want to waste turns by not moving up when you can. And one of my goals was going to be to deny the Russians or the Soviets from owning Kaunas, because that's one of their victory hexes. So I did not want them to have that. So let's see if we can't move. We cannot move into Kaunas. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but either way. So we want to move up some of these, and we want to move him up as well. So these three units will be in command range of their HQ unit, and this unit, these units haven't really been used either. I thought I had done them all. I thought I had moved every single one of them, but I guess I did not. So, this guy is being a little stubborn. He held. He won't hold a second time, I guarantee you. Yep, he's gone. Of course, I could move. Well, let's do this. Do I want to do... I wish I had sticky buttons on, or whatever they call it, so I could do a deliberate attack without putting my microphone down. And he held. Bastard. So I still have some units I can move here. So let's... I really don't like that. He should move. Move. There we go. This unit is being stubborn. Let's try another deliberate attack. I'm going to put the microphone down and do a deliberate attack. Wow. He is really... That's to hell with that. I'll wait to let him get softened up a little bit. Now, let's see. Okay. The HQ has movement points left, but the actual units do not. So it's really time. I mean, I guess I should move these guys up as far as possible, because if I bypass Minsk with my mechanized and tank divisions, then I will need some follow-on troops, follow-on infantry to take Minsk if they don't actually evacuate, which sometimes they don't. So you have to make provisions for that and get your infantry up far enough so that they can make an assault on Minsk on at least the third turn. So it's always better to just move these up as much as possible, even if you know, sometimes it takes a lot out of your guys to move them up. Let's see. We will move him up. Wonder if I can do a deliberate attack with these 3 units. Yes, I can. There we go. That was a tank division. And one thing I am horrendous at is rail, fixing rail. I don't have any idea. Off rail, range, off rail, MP. See, if you click on a hex, it'll tell you information about the hex. It says axis rail damage 100. I don't know how to fix that. I mean, I know it has something to do with these guys, but let's move him up here and see if we can't. See, I don't know. I'm going to have to read up on that because I don't know. Or maybe somebody could... Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. There we go. That's what it is. Not that it really matters, because we're moving so fast that it, 3 turns, it's not going to be a situation where you really have to worry about rail damage. You're going to be moving so fast in these first 3 turns that you're not even going to be looking at rail. Rail comes into play when you're playing longer scenarios or the campaign, because you need your supply to go through those rail hexes, and it won't go through very well on rail hexes that have been damaged, obviously. I mean, it seems like a very obvious game parameter, but some people, I think, don't realize that. In some games, it repairs on its own. I think in War in Russia, the old, kind of precursor to this game, at War in Russia, the rails repaired by themselves at a certain rate. There was no, you didn't repair them yourselves. It was automated. So they unautomated it. Can't say I'm too thrilled about that. Okay, this guy is out of... He needs to be connected to 12 core. So we will just change him to 12 core. So now, yes, he is in command range. He is in command. He has all his people in command range. He does. I'm just... Your HQs have so many movement points. It's almost crazy not to make sure your units are within range of your HQ by moving your HQ up. Now, in, say, this case, there's just no... There's no sense in even trying to get him. He's gonna next turn he'll have some movement points, but it won't be the full movement points. But we'll probably attach him to somebody else anyway, as a, you know, it would make sense. And I want to get this guy up so that these are in range of their HQ. Let's just. This is one of those kind of housekeeping things you just kind of have to do every turn just to make sure that you're not leaving. See, I could move him there and do that. I probably shouldn't. I mean, well, yeah, I could move him back. And then he can't move over this river. Was it the Veman River? I can't really read it. But it's a river or a creek or something. I guess I could move him, and no, I guess I can't, because he's surrounded on all sides by swamp, except this hex, which is light woods. So that's another thing you have to kind of. I mean, in this scenario, you don't really. I wouldn't worry about the terrain as much as just moving as fast and as quick as possible. As you can see at the end of the first turn, I'm knocking on the door of Minsk itself, which is. The scenario's name is Road to Minsk, but you have to win the scenario. You can't just capture Minsk. You have to capture Zhlobin, Mogilev, and Vitebsk. And if you don't capture all three of them, you don't get a decisive win. I don't think so. It's always a good idea to capture every single one of those if you can. All right, so I think it's time for me to process the first turn. How about that? And I'm going to let it run for this because it's such a small scenario that it doesn't, and the Soviets really don't do much in this scenario because it's the beginning of the war. They're caught off guard. They don't really have much strength, so they really don't do much in this scenario other than run away as fast as they can and then try to entrench on that far line of three cities that we mentioned: Zhlobin, Mogilev. So they are moving a little bit, and the clicking noise you hear is photography or their scout planes taking pictures of the front. But that's they're doing a little bit of interdiction, that's for sure. I wonder if I should have moved up my. Wow, they really are doing a lot of interdiction. And now it's my turn. See, it didn't take long at all. These turns go so fast, it's not funny. This is, even with what you see here, and it does look like a lot of units, it's one of the smallest scenarios you're going to play in this game. I think the only other scenario that might be smaller is the tutorial Velikiye Luki scenario, which it's more turns, but I think it's less units because it's a smaller area of the map. So here we go. Second turn. And as you can see, Minsk has been evacuated. And now all these units, they broke the bubble. But not for long. The AI is pretty good. I mean, obviously AI is not going to give you the kind of challenge that a human opponent would. And this game does definitely support person-to-person playing, PBEM, and it also has a server that you can kind of. I think as soon as you do a turn, it's saved on the server, and your opponent can come by and look, and it'll tell them, or I don't know exactly how it works, but I think it tells him basically that it's his turn, and so he can, it can go a lot faster than obviously a PBEM type game, which is nice. It is very nice to play a game like that. I honestly, I don't do a lot of playing against human opponents because I'm so busy, and plus, I think they tend to get bored with me. To be honest, I don't think I'm all that much of a challenge to some of these guys. I played a guy from the Matrix website in one of the scenarios here. I think it was the road to Leningrad, or it might have been. It was one of them. I can't remember, but I misjudged how many turns I had. I thought it was a 10-turn scenario, so I was like going hell bent, trying to do everything I could for 10 turns, and then it was like, wait a minute, there are more turns. I think it might have been 13 or 14 turns, and I think he was really disappointed in me that I did that, because I basically sold myself out in those turns trying to get a win, and after that there was no chance for me to even give him a challenge at that point, because I had thrown caution to the wind and really attacked him, and I think he was a little bit annoyed with me, because he was like, yeah, I don't think, I think I'm going to try to find somebody else to play against, which I don't mind. I know I'm not the greatest at playing some of these games. I was going to play the XTRG. I don't know. I think that stands for Extreme Gamer. I'm not sure, but he backed out. Well, he didn't back out. He set up 3 or 4 people to play, and then they had one too many. Asked me if I would step out, and I said okay. I think that's how it worked. He was, very apologetic about asking me and then having to ask me to leave. So I mean, obviously I don't hold a grudge on something like that. He's a good guy. How can you hold a grudge with somebody every time they do something wrong? You say, bloody hell! Bloody hell! That kills me when he does that. It's like, bloody hell, I can't believe that just happened. But see, as you can see, I'm mopping up the he's gonna hold. He's pretty strong. I'm mopping up the pocket here. Even though I had to re-establish the pocket, I'm basically mopping up the pocket. Oh, wow. All right. We'll try it with one more. Whoops. And to move, I didn't say anything about in the first turn or the first episode. To move, you just, well, I mean, if you're going to attack, you just place it over where you want to attack and then right click, and that's a hasty attack. I did talk about that. To move, you want to select. If you want to select them all, they all have to have this border of, I guess that's purple, to move them all. And since this has only one movement point left, I can't move him. So I would just want to move the 263rd Infantry Division, and then I just right click on the hex I want to move. Very, very simple, very elegant interface, if you ask me. I know that, some people want all the newest and best interfaces, and to me this is a pretty easy, pretty simple, pretty effective UI. I mean, these tabs up here, they give you a lot of information, but you really don't have to look at them. I mean, maybe in the campaign mode, which I do think I am going to do. Sounds like I might be starting to get a thunderstorm coming in here. I don't want that. That would suck. So I'm just gonna let's see. can't believe this guy keeps holding. He's really pissing me the hell off. But he's going to be surrounded. And see, when they retreat to one of the hexes that they control. When they run out of those hexes, then they just surrender. So he doesn't have very much, although he's going to hold there. Let's see. So he finally retreated. And now he is... He's in a bad spot, but he's not retreating. This is it. These will do it. Oh, you bloody bastard. I'm channeling XTRG now. I'm going to keep doing it. I probably should do a deliberate attack. Oh, he did. He routed. Perfect. So it's time to move these guys up. And one of them can't really go much further. We'll take that. These guys are in a pretty bad spot, as are all these guys. Oh, I can't move him. Let's... Let's just push forward. Okay, he has a guy right there. Oh, crap. And he... See, oh, he does have 50. He has 50 movement points. I really need to get him attached to somebody over here. Because that's a waste to having him attached to that. Or that HQ. I can't remember which one it was. We will get him attached to the 37th Panzer Corps. So let's see. Oops. I clicked on the wrong thing. The Lair Motorized Brigade. So that's just a brigade, but... I want him connected to the... So there, he is now connected to this one that was bordered in orange. So, let's see what we have down here. We have some infantry units that can move up. Okay. Jesus, it's getting closer and closer. Huh? I need to get him attached to the 13th Corps. He's attached to the 12th Corps right now. No. I gotta get him attached to the 12th Corps. No. I don't. The hell? Okay. Let's see. These guys can move up. That's their headquarters. Or headquarters. And we want him up. Who is he attached to? He's attached to that guy, but we really need to get him. Oh, they have us surrounded here. The sons of bitches. I need him. A Gross Deutschland motorized regiment. We want him attached to. I think this is. Let's try that. And now he's attached to that unit. Well, you bloody bastard, you're gonna wish you hadn't done what you done. There you go. So now let's move on out. I don't think he's attached to any... Well, wait a minute. He's attached to that guy. And who does he have? He's like attached to an upper headquarters for some reason. Which, that's the only unit attached... No, wait a minute. This one's attached to it too. Damn, I need to get with it. So we're just going to ride through Minsk. We've captured Minsk. Let's go ahead and destroy that guy's will to fight. He's gone. Ah, damn. I'm gonna have to do a deliberate attack on this guy. Let's move this guy up too. Doesn't matter. I'm glad I did a hasty attack there. As you can see, that headquarters unit just automatically routed. I gotta tell you, going over these rivers is really tough. Oh, where's Zhlobin's right there. We need to make sure these guys are finished for this turn. We'll use these two guys as our main units to move on Mogilev. Oh, he's one of them too. Let's just go ahead and route out this airfield. We captured 2 tons of fuel when we did that. Let's hit this target. Hit it again. Hit it again. There you go. We'll make that headquarters. So now That's all right. We'll move him down here. This guy's still... These 3 units are going to drive on Mogilev for me. As you can see, I'm only 3 hexes away there. I got to move down... To get to Zhlobin, I've got to move down this road from Minsk. That's the best way to get to it. Because if you try to go down through here, it's just a slog, and it's too long. It's too many places and too many ways, and it just doesn't work. You got to go through here. I played this a couple of nights ago on easy. See, I can't get across that river with 6 movement points. But that's okay, because this guy can. This unit right here kind of bugs me. It kind of bugs me. I don't like him being there, because I feel like he could move up. I feel like he could move up and cut me off. Plus, he's cutting off that road, which I'm just going to put a guy next to him. We'll hit him again. And then these units, we'll move these headquarters units up. This light blue grouping, other than these 3, are going to be what spearhead my drive on Zhlobin. He's out of luck. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. See, we're almost at Zhlobin. Actually, we have captured Zhlobin. Although I can't get there. There's nobody around. That's very sweet. He's out of range. Shit. What am I doing? Trying to figure out who's who. I guess it's no, they're both. Let's separate them. This is getting too much. We want this guy to be in range instead of these guys. I'm going to move him. I'm going to change him to 2nd Panzer Group, Army Group Center. 2nd Panzer Group, Army Group Center. So he is not in range, but he's in Air Force, so I'm not too worried about him. We need to get him up here closer. See, these infantry units are just not going to be able to keep up. These don't have any movement points. These infantry units are just not going to be able to keep up to help in the assaults on some of these cities. So I'm just going to have to rely on my panzer divisions and my motorized divisions and my mechanized divisions to take the objectives, because they're just not going to do it without him. And I'm sick of even worrying about that guy. I really am. He doesn't have a hope in hell of catching up. So, tough, Charlie. Now see, I don't want him completely. We'll move him up. These have all moved. That's moved. They've moved. They've moved. He has not moved. Well, actually, we'll move the 8 guy up, and we'll take. That's the other one that is Vilnius, is the other Soviet objective, but it's not an objective of mine. I don't really care, but I'm gonna keep him from taking it or holding it. I don't want. I'm going to shit. I want to make sure he doesn't hold on to that. We'll move one of them back just as protection for them. Let's see. These guys have not been moved yet, and these guys have not been moved yet. They are going to actually be my obvious. I think by now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move them up towards Vitebsk. I think I'm going to have to go through. I'm just going to have to just brute force it up through as far as I can on a rail line, and then from then on go across country as far as possible. It's fairly good. I mean, it's light woods, but some of them are clear actually. The objective is to just get these guys out of the way as fast as possible with whoever I can, and then give these guys a chance to get as far as they can get and as close as they can get to oh, this sucks. I'm gonna have to. Oh, I don't think I have enough for a. No. We'll move them all up. And we will. There we go. So we'll do. No. That's not going to happen. Wow. Gets a little tougher. We gotta get this. Why is he at 0? He must have been routed or something. You get points for destroying units as well, so there is some value in doing what I'm doing. If you can get these guys to be destroyed. It's okay. Oh, he can't move. I forgot about that. Oh well, that's not going to work. So, we're not as close to Vitebsk as I was hoping. Wait a minute. This is going to try, I'm going to try to open up a little lane to kind of go through here to get to Vitebsk. This guy's only 4 hexes away from the Vitebsk. But that, I think, my friends, is the end of this episode. This is episode 2 and turn 2 of Road to Minsk. War in the East, a scenario of War in the East. You know, I really should probably be moving these up. Damn, what am I thinking? I could be using those airfields. I mean, they have a decent amount of airfields. Or planes in their airfields. Look at all these rail repair units. I should probably be doing rail repair too, because it probably does have an effect on me to not have my rail repaired as much as possible. So you gotta think about all that stuff. Well, I'm going to call this episode to a close. I'll move these airfields. You don't need to sit here and watch me for 5 minutes moving my airfields up. It's not going to be very interesting or fascinating or anything like that. So I will see you next time. Have a good one. Click like and subscribe. See you later.